Hello there, world of tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Edward's Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be showcasing two very disappointing battles. Dealing a lot of damage always feels really nice. 6,000, 7,000, sometimes even 8,000 damage. They feel like incredible achievements. But when you get these super high damage numbers and then you end up losing, it's one of the most heartbreaking things ever, because you're putting in so much effort for the team, and then, well, you end up losing anyway. In today's video, I'm not going to be showing one, but I'm going to be showing two 6,000 damage gains, where somehow the team manages to lose, no matter how hard you try. So, sit here and rage and mauled with me as I showcase these two battles. This first one we have is on Fort Despair. Up against us, we have a Chieftain Mark 6, an M6 shell, an M60, VK90, a Conway, T54, and a Tortoise. Now, to be honest, this could have been a 7,500 damage win, but due to bad RNG and specifically really bad module luck, I absolutely got screwed in this battle, which you're going to see later. So, starting off this game, I paid attention to where my team was going. The 777 is a tank that does well on either side of Fort Despair. It can either side scrape on the building over here, or not the building, but the rubble wall, or it can go and side scrape off towards base C. So we get shot early game by the T-54. A little annoying, but not much I can really do about that. I wanted to make sure I could get around that SU-122 earlier, but that's all good. We got the Tortoise in the back, so we're going to get in a side scrape and aim it on the Tortoise. Pretty easy shot, especially because we're running calibrated, so we have 374 millimeters of heat pen. At this point, we're going to aim it on the Tortoise again. Easy shot, and really? Really? Okay, well that's a bit cringe. Alright, well we're going to stay in a side scrape here, keep on aiming at the Tortoise, and he hatches me, and then doesn't get spotted. Yeah, you can see I wasn't too happy about that. I still don't know how those events unfold, but oh well. So we're not doing great in the beginning of this battle. We've bled about 600 health, and we've only dealt about 340, but let's see if we can pick it up. Alright, well we get a nice shell into the Chieftain, we get in a side scrape, and he bounces our side armor. Okay, Tortoise can't really shoot us from where we're currently at, so we're just going to keep side scraping here. I know if there's one Chieftain, there's going to be more. So we get a shell into the Yo, he crosses in the open, now we're up to 1,200 damage. Now, the Yo and the Chieftain are right now the biggest threats, because we've already won medium side, as you can see on the mini-map. So right now, if we can clear the Chieftain, and we can clear the Yo, it's going to be really beneficial to our team. We're already up to 1,600 damage. Now we're going to aim it on the Yo. You can see it's just the corner upper plate of his vehicle I can see due to the fact that it's angled on the lower plate. So I just load a heat shell, cut through his upper plate. We're almost at 2,000 damage at this point. Aiming it on the lower plate of the Yo, it misses again. For some reason, this gun misses the easy shots, and it always hits the hard ones, and I really don't know why. So we're going to aim in a shell onto the Yo, get a nice 440 roll, up to 2,400 damage now. Okay, not too bad. We've got our adrenaline on. This is the perfect time to use it as well, to use the really high DPM the 777 has, and farm our opponent. So we get some nice shells in. Now we're going to shoot at the M6 show in the turret. He tracks us, but that's fine. We repair our tracks, and at this point, now we're just going to push the Yo, make sure he can't back up, and we're going to clear him. So just like that, the Yo gets finished off. The Chieftain Mark 6 is a one-shot, and I just watched the Chieftain shoot, so we're going to aim it on his lower plate, aiming, and once again, RNG screws me. Legitimately, RNG has been just screwing me in this game. But it's fine. We're up to 3,500 damage. We've blocked 1,600, so it's not awful. We've only missed 3 shots that probably should have hit, but they haven't been game-changing yet. The late-game things that you're about to watch are definitely game-changing. Now, the enemy has a VK90 that I haven't seen spotted the entire battle. I personally expected this VK90 to be AFK. Well, it's one step worse. This VK90 is actually a spawn camper, and I'm pretty sure he's full health. So we're just waiting here, and I'm seeing if I spot the Conway, and oh boy, look at that. The VK90 gets spotted. Now, we do get a very lucky shell there, I'm not gonna lie. But you'll notice our driver gets killed. So I use my multi-use repair kit right about now to fix my driver. And then the Conway kills my driver. And the shell completely misses the Conway due to reticle lag, which means that even though I was aiming on his vehicle, the shell was not on sync with the server. So, Yeah, real fun, real fun. We lose our driver 2 times in a row, and now we're screwed because we cannot help our team out. I want to help out with that VK90, but I'm so dang slow that I can't. But that's okay, that's okay. Our team is definitely throwing this, but easy shot, right? Nope, it's going to hit the roof of the VK90. So even though I get that really lucky shot earlier, I get absolutely screwed by the next shell anyway. Then we're going to aim it on the VK90, and we just don't get the shell out. Okay. Fun! Isn't this a fun battle so far? My 2 mediums have absolutely screwed the chances of winning this. Instead of being smart and taking their time, they both just YOLO'd the VK90 for literally no reason. They weren't in platoon or anything like that, they just YOLO'd. So we're gonna get our driver back in about 5 seconds here. Unfortunately, now the VK90, after camping in the back of the game the entire battle, has decided he's going to push, incredibly enough. So I'm pretty much expecting this VK90 to do this, and we're going to spot him right here. I'm going to aim it on his lower plate, and for some reason it's all red, so we're just going to aim it on his side armor. I can't side scrape here, unfortunately, and if I pull up, the Conway's going to shoot me. So I kind of just have to brawl this guy. We get another shell into the VK90. Now at this point, the VK has 340 health. The 777, and I want to point this out, the 777 has 430 damage a shot with the standard, and 360 with the premium. 328, 328, 328. And because of that, the VK90 rolls me for 500. The RNG aspect to Blitz is quite possibly the most infuriating thing in the game. If I had not have gotten a low roll on that VK90, or bounced him in the back of the turret, or had my driver die instantly after I had just repaired it, this would have been a win. Unfortunately, I do not have the health to take a shell from this Conway. If I did, I could have face-hugged him, and I possibly could have won this. But in return, I get screwed, and we also get an AFK E100 to throw the cherry on top. This battle here was quite possibly one of the most infuriating losses I've had in a year or so, because not only was this a completely winnable game, but I got screwed every single corner from the beginning to the end of this game, apart from that one lucky shot on the VK with bad RNG. I missed the Tortoise at the beginning for no reason, missed the M6O's lower plate for no reason, then we missed the Chieftain's lower plate for no reason, and then we bounced the back of the VK90 turret, we get our driver killed twice in a row, and finish it off, we low roll the VK90. I mean, you can't write this stuff up. Oh well. There's your first battle. For all the people that tell me I've got good RNG, there's your first game. Now we break into our second battle. Now this one, to be fair, wasn't bad RNG, but it was still a very unenjoyable game, so I thought I would showcase it. I think I actually forgot to start, so I gotta go find it. Here we are on Castilla. Now, Castilla is a pretty poor map for a vehicle like the 777, because this is a tank that requires side scraping maps and, you know, able to only use its 5-6 degrees. I got an depression. Because of that, Castilla is not a great map, because going up the hill at sea is not very effective for 2 reasons. First of all, the enemy team has 3 tank destroyers. What that means is that, yeah, there's a possibility I'm going to get absolutely mauled if I go up the hill. Don't ever go up Castilla Hill unless you want to, like, stay at the back of it, because you're going to get literally molested by the tank destroyers if you try to poke anybody. So I've decided, as a smart person would, I'm going to go over towards A side and try and see if I can do anything here. So the Sheridan decides to hop into A base. Flossie's up top in the Progetto. He's going to try and get some shells in, and I'm just going to make my way straight on through. I've also got the Stritzvon K with me, so this is pretty good right now. My Stritzvon and I are going to push this Sheridan. Unfortunately, the Sheridan takes the weirdest pathing, and instead of leaving, goes to the building. But I have to be careful, because they do have a 4005, they do have a Badger, and they do have a 113 GFT. So I don't want to put myself in a position where I can get nuked by these tank destroyers. So I'm just waiting patiently right now. There's no point to overextend. There's no point to rush anything. Now that the Sheridan overextends his tank, we get a nice 450 roll, and the Sheridan is a one-shot at this point. He does get a shell into my Stritzvon, but the good news is that nobody's getting absolutely nuked yet. The 4005 gets spotted. I think he clips Flossie. Yeah, unfortunately, he clips about, I think, 800 off Flossie. Then the Yo gets spotted. We're going to aim a heat shell on the Yo. Okay. Nice shot, goes right where I aim, not too bad. We also get a nice bounce in the turret from the WZ-113 GFT, although to be fair, I'm surprised he even hit me judging from where he is. So at this point, our grill does get killed. I don't even know how our grill gets killed, judging that it's a tank destroyer that should be sitting in the back, but never mind, he's not in the back. We can see he died for some reason on the frontline hill. Once again, amazing teammates. Flossie finishes off the Sheridan, and at this point, I'm going to make my way, well, here's the problem that I have in my mind right now. I want to send it behind the 113 GFT and M6 shell, but if I do, I don't know where the 4005 is. Last we had seen the 4005 spotted right up there. Logic would entail that if I push up to shoot these guys, not only are they going to turn around and probably push me, but my take only reverses at 12. I cannot take the risk in a 777 to put myself in a position where the terrible reverse is going to kill me. It's something that sucks about this tank, and as I've said multiple times, I don't know why Wargaming can't allow tanks to reverse at 15. It would allow this tank to be so much better in so many different positions. But unfortunately, we get absolutely slapped by the Yo and the 113 GFT. I didn't think they were going to send it, and then we know where the 4005 is because I'm getting shot at by him. So we bleed about half our health at this point. We've only dealt about 800 damage, and yeah, it's not going all too well. But I do want to try and help out the Stritzvon K, so that's right now what I'm going to try and do. As I said, we know the 4005's off to the side. In fact, we can see him spotted with the Badger in just a moment. So I know at this point that I need to help out my Stritzvon. So we put on our adrenaline. The 113 GFT bounces my teammate, which is very good. Then he's going to get a pen in, and I'm going to get a pen in, finishing off that player. Now the Yo is going to try and shoot my Stritzvon, and as you're going to notice, he doesn't get any real pens into him for some reason. So at this point, we're going to get some nice shots into the Yo as well. We see that he basically dumped his clip. We take one shell from him, and he's out of shells. So at this point, we're up to 2,500 damage. This is where the 777 is very nice. It's super good at late game situations where you need that damage potential, when you need that pen and the DPM output. This is what the 777 can very easily do. So now we're going to start shooting at the 4005. Now normally I'd shoot HE, but I'm pretty sure this guy's running Spall Liner, and I don't really gain anything from shooting HE, so I'm just going to be shooting standard ammo into his turret. So there you go. We get two nice shots. We're up to 3,300 damage at this point. I'm making sure that my Stritzvon K is with me here because I don't want to be in a position where this 4005 can just absolutely molest me. So we get 3 shells into the 4005 now. We're up to 3,800 damage. My Stritzvon's going to keep him off of me as well, which is good. We're going to aim it on the 4005 again, and unfortunate, I just don't have the gun depression to hit him there. That is the only downside, as I said about the 777, is that it does not feature that gun depression you need. But that's all good. I'm going to get a nice shell into the 4005. We still have 1,000 health left. Right now, our Stritzvon needs to back off of the hill. Unfortunately, he doesn't. And because of that, he is, well, yeah, he's dead. If he'd been able to back off that hill, possibly could have been a win. At this point, Flossie gets a shell into the Stritzvon, and I finish him off. Now Flossie's going to get a shell into the AMX, and I'm going to make sure that this AMX stays at this position with me, so that way I don't bleed any health to his actual shot, and we kill him. Now, unfortunately, at this point, that Badger snaps Flossie in the side, finishing him off. So now it's just me versus, yeah, a pretty healthy Badger. And the Badger plays it smart. Instead of YOLOing me, he jumps off to the side. I'm going to try and side scrape it. Unfortunately, it's a Badger with 380 mils of premium pen, and he cuts right through my side armor. So this defeat was not nearly as irritating as the defeat before. We did do 6,200 damage, but it wasn't a game where I felt nearly as mad, because in this game, there wasn't much in my power I could have done to win the battle. I didn't get bad RNG. I didn't have really anything bad luck. The only thing that I did wrong was my own misplay of getting shot by the 113 GFT and the M6 Show when I probably should have stayed and just helped the Stritzvon. But apart from that, this is the kind of 6K game I'm not too mad about losing. That other one you watched, that was a very, very irritating game. Hopefully enjoyed today's video. Just thought I'd showcase 2 battles that were a little, you know, sad. But I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.